Today, I'll be scaling a character from a very underrated series of games. And as you probably can see behind me, it's Mikoto Nishina from the series Phantom Breaker. I've been stumped on what to make recently since I don't read comics, and I'm not specifically done with any light novels or manga I'm reading. I just feel like if I haven't read or fully understood something, it's not my place to talk too much on it. Phantom Breaker is such an interesting concept of a system and game, and since I'm also trying to be unique, I'm going to go ahead and give my scaling for her. First, we need to understand the structure of Phantom Breaker. Most of my scans will come from Wakakuma. She is a reliable source via been fighting / doing with this kind of stuff in her lifetime and in her family's separate generations. She states that there are many parallel universes. You could interpret many as a quantity as little as 5 or as big as 10,000, but for the sake of consistency, let's grant 5. Another thing you need to know are duels. Duels are battles between chosen ones in which are held in pocket dimensions independent from the universe. This is stated by Waka, who further reinforces this. Lastly, willpower or just desire. Willpower / desire is two things in Phantom Breaker. Willpower, the emotion to be able to conjure weapons, and the physical output of willpower, kind of like willpower energy. This is implied through how Waka says the desires of duelists are amped and ripple through reality. Since their desires ripple through reality, there has to be some type of physical power for this to be consistent. This explains how Chosen One's weapons, or FAs, appear instantly. They are made of physical willpower, or willpower energy. This would ultimately mean that any feat a duelist does, they actually scale to, or pseudo-scale to. I say pseudo-scale because most of these feats that duelists have are actually amped. For the record, I won't be scaling the pocket dimension. I'm simply referencing it as its own independent environment because no one has been stated to break through it or broke through it before. But now that we're done with the structure of Phantom Breaker, let's start scaling. Waka says here that Mikoto is fueling the tear between realities and is being compared to Kokoa, another character in Phantom Breaker. It can't be referring to parallel timeline Mikoto because she is verbatim stated to be massively weaker than main Mikoto. This is contextually superior because Waka states that majority of the time interference in reality is caused by chosen ones of the same universe. Basically what she means is she is surprised Mikoto is able to interfere with the universe so much it creates a wormhole or a distortion or, in this case, a rift. Now reality in this case wouldn't just refer to our tangible environment, it would actually refer to the universe. Waka says every duel threatens the fabric of reality and also says that the pursuit of these said duels interfere with the universe. So it's safe to say when they're feeling the tear between realities, it means between universes, or a low multiversal feat. Lastly, it's stated that duels defy the laws of nature. The laws of physics are a subset of these laws, and that would mean that would at least be going infinite speeds. This is because obviously Mikoto is able to move, so we could assume she is defying the law by having no mass instead of having no acceleration. Since we already confirmed that Mikoto is above high universal, she could definitely exert an infinite amount of force, which means she is using her AP to go at infinite speeds. These are some verses I think they would demolish. Let me know if you disagree.